you are doing splendid. I hope that you're doing splendid, 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 splendid. My saplings, my saplings, my saplings, saplings, saplings. I hope that you're doing splendid, 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 splendid. Today, we are going to be answering some questions that you guys frequently ask me on live streams, or that I've been asked in comments, and things you guys frequently want to know. Yeah, I'm really excited. Actually, I've done one Q&A on this channel, but it was kind of a disaster, and I wanted to do a better, refreshed, more updated, more uniformed Q&A that you guys can refer to, and I probably will do them yearly, like GB does, and see how much my answers change, but we'll see. So, this will be a little bit different from my usual videos, but I'll please answer some questions that you've been looking to know. I wrote some down, but I also have some in my brain that we'll be going through. I'll be doing tapping, and other triggers while we do this. If you are here for the tingles, you will still get the tingles. And if you're here for the questions, you will still get the questions. So first off, we have my age. At the time of filming this, I am 19. I'm a Sagittarius. My entire sun, moon situation. I'm a Sagittarius sun. I'm a Cancer moon, and I am a Gemini rising. So, yeah. It's actually a full moon at this time. I just came back in from singing to the moon, and I'm gonna drink my full moon tea. But I am very much ruled by the moon, and it shows. So yeah, I'm a moon Cancer. My moon sign is the moon, which I think is really cool. Yeah, sun in Sagittarius, meaning I don't know what you believe in zodiacs. If you believe in zodiacs, what you believe about zodiacs, but I'm a fire sign, and then I'm a rising air sign, but enough of that. Okay, so we have my zodiac chart. Another fun fact is I am a Scorpio in both my Venus and Mars, which I think is very interesting. But that brings us to my birthday. My birthday is November 28th, which is actually Thanksgiving this year, which I don't celebrate, but my race, ethnicity, nationality, all those things. This is a common question. I am Afro-Latina and European, so my family's from Costa Rica, and Panama. And I am European. I am Scandinavian, English. I'm Scandinavian, English, British, and I am inclined to say French, but I'm going to leave that one alone because I don't remember. I'm mostly Scandinavian and British. So, and then DNA-wise, I'm Senegalese, Nigerian, and Ghanaian, if that helps. But I'm from the US. I was born in the US. I am second generation American on both sides, with Panamanian and Costa Rican. So I am pretty close, but I'm not a first generation college goer or a first generation American. My Hispanic family precedes me quite a bit. My job. My job is a big one. A lot of people speculate that I am a full-time YouTuber. I am not. I feel like if I was a full-time YouTuber, I'd make a lot more content. I'd put out a lot more short content. Because that's where everybody's attention lies right now. But no, I am not a full-time YouTuber. I do this for the fun, for the fulfillment, and as a little side hustle. But I'm a voice actor. I do mostly PetSmart commercials. That is the company I work with closely the most at the moment. I also do on-screen acting, but I don't talk about that for privacy reasons. People have actually recognized me from things from YouTube. So if you asked me what I was from, you were probably right. But voice acting wise, I work mostly for PetSmart, Nike. I worked for Disney in the past, or I worked for Nike and Disney in the past. I worked for Bayer and trying to think of other companies I worked with in the voiceover department. I'm gonna go with those for now. But if you look for PetSmart commercials anytime in the last year or so, that is my voice. So I think that's a pretty fun little tidbit there. But yeah, voice actor, full time. It leaves me a very wide open schedule for content and other endeavors. I also have a small jewelry business that I'm looking to like revamp. What else do? I do part-time photography as well. I keep myself very busy. So, but yeah, full-time voice actor. That's what I do. How did I get into voice acting? I was a child actor. So I started out, just like doing commercials and shows as a kid, and then it blossomed. It became something bigger. And I joined the voiceover department of one of my old agencies, and the rest is history. Now that's my full-time gig, and I don't do commercial and theatrical quite as often, and I don't model as much as I used to, but I would like to get more into it, back into it. There's no particular reason. I went through an awkward phase when I was a teenager, as we all do, so I'm hoping to get back into my primary career more. And then people speculate what will happen when... I've had questions about what will happen if I do go back into more full-time, a more demanding schedule for acting and other things. The same way I am right now. I pre-film a lot of my videos when I'm going to be working a lot, when I'm going to be in the studio a lot, and I don't stream as much, but that would be the only real big change. Probably not posting as much, not posting as often, and not streaming as often, and doing a lot of pre-filming if I were to take my career in another direction, but I don't plan on leaving YouTube anytime soon. Okay, that one was kind of long, sorry. Music artists that I listen to. So I listen to a little bit of everything, and everybody says that, but it is true. It is true. I primarily listen to soundtracks and scores. So I really like, right now, I'm obsessed with the Oppenheimer soundtrack. I haven't even seen the movie yet. Like, genuinely, I'm probably gonna watch the movie tonight, so ask me about it. Future me will have seen it, hopefully. I'm really obsessed with the Oppenheimer soundtrack right now. I really like the Dark Phoenix soundtrack. I really like the Gorilla soundtrack. I'm very specific about my soundtracks. Black Panther 2 soundtrack. Any other notable soundtracks? There's this really small Hulu show that I really like the soundtrack for. I like the soundtrack for the Loki show. I like Star Wars soundtracks. You get the picture. I like soundtracks a lot. I also really I love classical. I have found a few country songs that I've liked courtesy of Possum, but also I listen to other country music that I have enjoyed, mostly satire, but regardless, it's still country music. But I'm not a country fan. I'm just proving that I like all genres, I listen to a lot of goth rock. I listen to metal. I like death metal, but primarily new metal. I like new metal. Classic metal is also great, but I'm a new metal fan to my core. I really like Slipknot, and I do enjoy Deftones. Other new metal bands. When I think of the new metal genre, of course my mind is going blank. Now that we're here. Goth music, I really like the Birthday Massacre. I like Sisters of Mercy. I like Susie and the Banshees. A lot of goth rock. I like Melanie Martinez. I like Lana Del Rey. I like Mitski. I like everybody. And that brings me to the other popular question: do I make music? I am actually working on it. I am a singer-songwriter and have been for years, but I am hoping to do something interesting with my music rather than just like do like a sad guitar moment. Like, we're not looking to do that. Hopefully, I want to make really well-crafted, well-thought-out music that's going to take a lot of production and a lot of phone calls and a lot of actually meeting with people, which is very nerve-wracking. But hopefully when I redo this Q&A a year from now, I will have music published. Don't screw this up, future me. But yeah, I do make music. Okay, my favorite games. So most of you know, sorry, I'm prepping for Anime Expo, so there's a lot of cosplay stuff in the background, but most of you probably know that I'm quite obsessed with Nintendo. I have an entire shelf dedicated to Nintendo, and the Crybaby thing is up there from Melanie Martinez, the video I made. But I'm obsessed with Rosalina. I have actually changed my entire aesthetic to be blue. Curtains blue, everything's celestial. So I've actually been into celestial stuff for a really long time. If you guys remember, about a year ago, I like went on this big peach kick, and I do really love peaches. I love peaches so much, and I love Princess Peach. I love pink, but my loyalty truly lies with Rosalina, my queen, who I am cosplaying very heavily now, for a lot of different things. I'm getting art made. It's crazy. So I have become the new official Rosalina in my brain. But she's always resonated with me because of stars, and because of just like, I've always really loved the galaxy. I've always really connected with the moon, and I think that she is, she's amazing. Like, she's like the goddess of the entire Mara universe. She's like the highest power, and I sound like I'm in a cult. Okay, maybe I am, but she's everything to me. So I'll have Queen Rosalina. But yeah, we're gonna update the shelf and get as many Rosalina official and non-official things as I humanly can. I want to get some Rosalina amiibos, but as you can see, my entire Peach collection, there's more over there. It's big, and I love Princess Peach, and I want to grow more of my Daisy obsession too. I have a Daisy dress now. We're doing Daisy videos. We're making it happen. We're making it happen. But anyways, so I'm obsessed with Nintendo. I also like Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing was my first love, despite the fact that Super Mario Galaxy was everything to me. I did play Animal Crossing first, and I did really like Animal Crossing. I don't like what they did with the new game. I think it's terrible. The old games are where it's at. So Animal Crossing and I right now are beefing because I can't stand the new game. I really can't. I played it, but it's not the same. I'm getting used to Stardew Valley. I think I said that, but I don't know if I did. But they don't make them like they used to. I am a Wii person till I die. I loved the Wii. The Wii and the 3DS/DS era is when they really perfected their games, and they threw it all away with the Nintendo Switch. I don't really like the Nintendo Switch. I don't use it very often. I play Mario Party probably the most, but the Nintendo Switch is such a disappointment. It really is. It's a travesty. I just played on the Wii with Peach, Black Princess Peach, who I collab with a lot. We played on her Wii like a month ago, and okay, we gotta move on. I'm sorry. They don't make them like they used to. Whatever. Okay. Moving on. Books. I actually read a lot of dystopian literature. I read a lot of old literature. I don't like the way contemporary literature makes me feel. It makes me feel empty and hollow and upset. So I actually really only like things written before, like, I don't know, I'll give you a ballpark, maybe 60s, 70s. So I like a lot of the books that we commonly would like read in schools. And a lot of them have been banned now, which is super weird, but I feel like I didn't go to high school that long ago, and already changes have been made. But I really like 1984, Brave New World, Fahrenheit 451. Only one of those I actually read in school. The other ones were banned at my school. I really like, I did enjoy the concepts of diversion in Hunger Games, but once again, the writing, like, if it was made like 50 years earlier, like it would slap. I really liked Catcher in the Rye, which is not dystopian whatsoever, but I like books that make you think and make you like, I have a nihilistic view on the world, and I really like books that capture that feeling of like complete helplessness in the world just changing, and you're forced to change with it, but you also are staying the same. I don't know. I feel like that could perfectly summarize every book. You know, I'm not trying to be deep here, but books that really capture the hopeless feeling of the world moving on despite the fact that you might want to plant in one place is really, really just magical to me, and very depressing. But I don't read books to be happy. Who does, right? So I really like books that are gonna make you think. Brave New World is a rough read. It makes me think a little too hard about some weird stuff, but I'm trying to get through it. I've been trying to get through it for about a year. It's a rough one. I do enjoy Shakespeare. I do thoroughly enjoy Shakespeare, but once again, hard read, practically illegible in the modern age. But incredible people who can understand how to interpret it. Like, I like to read it with people who can actually like understand it. And I love the messages. Othello, beautiful piece of literature. Could not have understood it without help. The Tragedy of Julius Caesar, I actually was able to comprehend without too much help. But it took me a while, and I got about 50 pages into Cleopatra and Antony, and I just put it down. But anyways, that would be my opinion on books. This is gonna be a long video if I keep explaining things this hard. Okay, shows, movies, anime. I don't consume a lot of media, but when I do, I really enjoy, once again, things that'll make me think. I really liked Wonder Egg Priority. I think anyone who likes Wonder Egg Priority is trying to get you to watch it, and we do that a little too hard. But Wonder Egg Priority is an amazing anime that I think you should watch if you're in the mental place for it. It is quite psychological. What is another favorite of mine? I like the Star Wars movies. I feel like everybody knows this. I have a Star Wars shelf, by the way. It's another fandom I'm in here. Maybe not fandom I'm in, I think that's a little bit of a strong word. But most of my Star Wars stuff is here. I have like almost $1,000 worth of lightsabers. It's crazy. And all this other stuff. Including Monster High Doll and candles, which are not don't go with the shelf. But anyways. I've been a Star Wars fan since like 7th grade. So a lot of years. I don't know. But I really like episode 3 specifically. You can fight me if you don't like the prequels, but I want to make more Star Wars related content. It's just that I don't know how many times I can paint my head and craft Lego out of foam without losing my mind. I've done it once, and I think a second time might break me, so we'll get there eventually. Yeah, episode 3 can be my favorite movie. I really like also Cruella. I like the inspiration it takes from The Devil Wears Prada. I think it's really fascinating, and I think it's a really well done movie. And I always have a third favorite that I bring up on stream, so maybe watch one of my streams if you want to know that third one really badly. And shows. I really like The Mandalorian, which I have not finished. I need to finish it. I really liked The Crowded Room with Tom Holland. I watched it because of the infamous scene, but also I was a psychology major when I did go to college, and I am very passionate about psychology. I'm actually trying to enroll in another psychology class to take, because this would be my 3rd time taking Psych 100 at the college level. I really like it. I've passed every time. I just want to take it again. You just move on to 200, right? Anyways, it's anything psychological. Silver or gold? I've gotten this question once, but I think it's a good one. Both. But I wear a lot of gold because it complements my skin. What color are my real eyes? My real eyes are brown. I fear this is common sense. Because most of the beginning of my channel, I have really unflattering eyes. I just don't think they fit my face. They are very, like, my irises are very small. And the color of my eyes is like a little bit darker than I feel like they used to be, which is weird. When I was younger, I had lighter eyes, and then they darkened, and now they're lightening up again, but they're not quite the right color. Once again, I've spent too much time with myself, but yeah, my eyes are brown. My eyes are about the color of the center here. They're lightening up a little bit though. Brown eyes are gorgeous, and I've been doing more things to enhance my brown eyes, like wearing blue eyeshadow has actually made me feel a lot more confident about having really dark eyes. But when I can wear enlarging contacts and color contacts, I do, because I just think it fits me better. That brings me to, what does my hair actually look like? There's a picture in the Discord if you really want to see it really badly. My hair is actually short, and I have shaved sides. Everything I wear on this channel is a wig. I'm going to do a hair reveal probably for 100k in my impersonating other ASMR artists video, for one of the ASMR artists that I am impersonating. So, get excited, I guess, if that happens. I can almost guarantee that it will, though, so you'll probably see my hair pretty soon. But if you can't stand the idea of waiting, you can join the Discord and look in the Eden Updates section and see my very short curly hair. I have a mixture of 4C or 3C and 4A hair, and I do twist outs when I want it to look nice. What is my life goal? That was kind of a big jump from my hair, but my life goal is actually just to be able to be comfortable. I didn't grow up very comfortable, so I'd like to be able to be comfortable, financially and otherwise, and emotionally, preferably. And then I would like to start taking care of others. Not like full-time taking care of people's full lives, but things like providing scholarships, giving random money, you know, getting cars for families who need them. Probably more like independent mentorship and like scholarship type things that I think I would have appreciated and would have caused my education to be more serious, like taken more seriously. Definitely getting kids from underprivileged like households and upbringings into private schools, because my experience in a private school, not being financially like in the bracket to be going to a private school, really affected my future for the good. I don't really know if I'm saying that in a way that makes any sense, but I think that a lot of people who otherwise would not have the opportunity to go to a private school would really benefit from the academic competition and the opportunities that are like brought from that. Once again, not trying to get all deep and crazy, but it's just a small passion project of mine. There's also a lot going on in the US as far as homelessness and violence that just is completely unnecessary. We also have a lack of emphasis on men's mental health, and I'd like to donate, but also have firsthand influence in those causes, whether it's making mental health shelters, homeless shelters. I want to be involved in change that would or would not affect me if I was in that position, if that makes sense. I don't know if what I said just made any sense, but anyways, I also wish that the US could unown Hawaii. If that's something I can help contribute to in any way, that would be great. But yeah, those are just some of my long-term goals. Yeah. Pets. I have two cats. I used to have 2 frogs as well. But my cats their names are Oat Milk and Blue. Oat Milk just did something disruptive. I don't know what he's doing. But Oat Milk is the cute little white and kind of not cream, but kind of brulee colored cat, I don't know, that I have, but I'll put a picture of him right here. Hopefully, if I remember. If not, then you're just gonna see my hand. But hopefully a picture of Oat Milk is right here and I can remember. But yeah, he's really cute. And you guys have seen him on stream and all sorts of lovely stuff. Okay, I just put a marker in my video so that you guys can see him. Okay, my favorite color is blue, now that I am so passionate about Queen Rosalina. But my favorite colors are blue, pink, and white. I really like the beautiful, just like palette of blue, pink, and white. Gorgeous. Am I single? Wouldn't we all like to know? People ask me this one all the time. No, I'm actually dating Splendid ASMR, who contributed this pretty planet light to me. She has 2 of them. Oh, okay. Anyways, she has a couple of those, and those are her backgrounds. But yeah, dating Splendid ASMR. We are high school sweethearts. We've been together for almost 3 years now, and I could not be happier and could not ask for a better partner. So, no, I'm not single. But that brings me to my sexuality, which people ask a lot. I suppose I'm bi. I like the bi colors. I think they're cool. But yeah. Bi, I guess. Height. Also go follow Earth, if I didn't say that. Height. Oh, I don't answer this question. I don't know why I wrote it down. What camera do I use? Right now, I'm using the Sony ZV-10. I do not recommend it, actually. So, I would not go for that. Apparently, the Sony ZV-1 is fine.
I don't know about that. I'm not a Sony person. I think I'll probably go to Canon. A couple reasons. I don't like the battery life. I don't like the lack of headphone port, which I don't know if Canon is any better with that, but the headphone port situation here is just horrible. I can't connect my Blue Yeti to my microphone without jumping through hoops, or my Blue Yeti to my camera without jumping through hoops. I have to use my computer, which causes a secondary noise. It decreases the quality, and using a computer, I just don't want to do that. Hold on, let me turn on my friend. As I was saying, this camera hasn't been hell on earth, so it takes good shots. It's pretty, but I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I would get a different camera in hindsight. I don't know what camera, but it wouldn't be this one. Once again, great shots, but it's just not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea, not my cup of tea. But the other camera that I use, that people prefer, is my phone. I use my phone. I have the iPhone 13, 14, whatever it is. I'm about to get a new one because the connector broke, and so I actually have a very hard time plugging it in, like, to make videos, which is part of what has slowed down my video production and why I use my camera so much now. Not because I want to, not because it's fun, but because my phone won't actually hold still long enough to take a video. Yeah, I have to, like, clamp it and, like, put it in a whole position. It's ridiculous. So I'm gonna get a new phone, but I just haven't wanted to. Yeah, so I use that. The mics I use the 3DO sometimes, but I don't use it very often because you guys tend not to prefer it. And I use my good old Blue Yeti. I had a Blue Yeti Pro in the start of the channel that broke. I still have it, but it doesn't work very well. And I use the regular whiteout Blue Yeti with the cute little peach stickers that we all adore, that you guys can only really see when I use my phone. These pretty peachy stickers. I'll probably change them out. I got custom stickers made that I'm going to be printing and selling, so that'll come soon if you guys are interested in buying my cosplay stickers. I have 3 different types: Daisy, Rosalina, and Bouzette, which will be launching pretty soon. It's so loud. Okay, sorry. Alright, why ASMR? Well, I started ASMR because I wanted a hobby. I was also going through a very rough time in my life where I needed things to change, and I decided, you know what, why don't I just, like, start making an ASMR channel, because ASMR was helping me go to sleep. ASMR was helping me sleep. So I figured I would just, why not start a channel, right? Like, it's helping me sleep, it's fun, you know, I don't know. I don't know, that's about all the reason I can give you. But I'm very glad that I did, because I got to meet all of you wonderful people, and I feel like we're really building a solid community that I'm genuinely enjoying. And I'm excited to see how far we got. I also already had all the equipment because I'm a voice actor, so I feel like it would be silly not to. I always dreamed of having a YouTube channel, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. Originally, I wanted to make, like, couples content and, like, lifestyle content, and I do have another channel. It is called not Eden's Garden, not Eden's Garden. NONODS. Wait, no, I can't spell. Eden's Garden. That's where I do all my makeup tutorials. I do makeup tutorials and lifestyle content. That's where I do all that. Yeah, why ASMR? Because it was putting me to sleep, and I thought it would be a good idea. Did I go to college? I did for a semester, and then I dropped out because honestly, it was just a really horrible university. I would like to continue my education. I was a psychology major. I took AP classes, AP psychology, and many other AP classes in my time in high school. I was on the high honor roll. I was very good, but college wasn't for me, and the specific college I went to was hell on earth. So I decided to not continue. I'm not gonna spell continue, that's long. Not continue my education, but I would like to eventually continue my education. Major in psychology, and I would like to master in herbalism, and take botany classes. Eventually, I want to get a certification in welding and make jewelry. I would love to make my engagement ring myself, but I don't know which, will come first, so it's just kind of like a little loose dream, but we'll see what ends up happening. I just think that would be really sweet, and I have a very specific tastes that no one seems to be able to fulfill as far as, I'd have to get it custom made, and I'd rather make it with if I'm gonna get something custom made, why don't I just, custom make it with my hands, but whatever. Yeah, I'd really like to do that, and I'd like to get a bunch of random certifications. I'd like to get a cosmetology license. I'd like to be able to marry people at weddings, Why not? Life is too short to not check off all the boxes, and I think you should always be in school. You should always be learning something, which is very hypocritical of me because I just dropped out of my blender class. But yeah, I think you should always be learning something. Right now, I am taking herbalism classes online, not formally, but just like self-study herbalism, and I have learned a lot, and I've been making a lot of stuff. That's one of my biggest hobbies, is making myself syrups, tea blends, anything you can think of. I track the moon cycles. I do it all. I'm very passionate about herbs and the moon. I don't really know what you would call that, but yeah, I'd like to eventually have a garden and nature. Okay, other than that, makeup. What do you mean makeup? I literally just wrote down makeup. I'm not sure what that question was. People ask what I look like without makeup. You can look through my videos. I have a couple videos without makeup, or you can watch my makeup tutorials. But there are videos of me on the internet without makeup, but you just have to go find them. I'm not sure what exactly I meant by that, though. I'm sure I had something else in mind when I wrote down makeup question mark. Okay, what's my skincare routine? I actually have it uploaded and it hasn't changed much, so I would check out my going to bed video that I made a couple months ago. That video was not shot very well, but if you want to see my going to bed winding down routine, I would definitely check that out. Yeah, it's a couple months ago, and you can just look up Eden's Garden Night Routine or something like that. It's ASMR, and it's on my channel. It just didn't perform well, so you've probably never seen it. But yeah, if you want to see what I do to unwind, and see my skincare routine, you can go check it out. But I'll definitely make another one in the future. Do I play instruments? You guys like to ask about this bass in the corner. I'm not good at instruments, but I do have them. I have a ukulele, I have an electric guitar and a bass. I can play acoustic guitar, okay. And I can play my electric guitar like an acoustic guitar. I can learn basic chords. I'm not good at finger plucking, and my bass skills are rough. I can do very basic songs on the bass. I can play Francis Forever by Mitski, which is a very rudimentary. Anyone can play that song. But yeah, I use it primarily for songwriting. So if I have an idea, that obviously someone else will eventually end up playing for me, but I, can figure out what chords, or not chords, but like what notes and stuff I want to play. I can, typically figure them out. Hobbies. We kind of talked about hobbies a second ago. When I'm not working, I'm sleeping. But the very few hobbies that I do have, jewelry making is not really a hobby, it's a business, but it's something I do. I used to make candles, but I kind of ran out of the time for that, but I would like to get back into it. I refill a lot of my candles because I don't want to go buy another candle, because why do that when I could just make it myself? But I make my own syrups. I just bought an espresso machine so I can make my own coffee. I make my own teas. I jar teas in the beginning of the week, like green tea, so I make green tea lemonade, put some syrup in there, get the boba, I buy boba and make my own drinks, because I used to be a barista, so why have somebody else make my drink when I can make it myself? So yeah, it saves lots of money, saves lots of time, and I can actually make my drinks the way I want them. So I'm very satisfied with my at-home situation, and that means I have to go outside less. So I also cook a lot, so I like some of my favorite things to like pre-make are a combination of like chana and tikka masala. I don't know if there's a name for like the combo, but I like both, so I just make the same, like I make one big batch of like double protein chickpea, garbanzo bean, chana, whatever you call that bean where you're from, and like chopped up chicken thighs. Oh, when I tell you that meal is scrumptious with some rice and some naan, garlic naan. Scrumptious, I could eat it all day. I make enchiladas. My enchiladas are bomb. You need to try my enchiladas, they're really good. What else do I make? What else do I make? What else do I make? Those are my main meals that I meal prep. I make salmon, you know, I'll make like pasta or whatever, but my favorite meals are high in protein. I like enchiladas. I like anything that's like chicken based. I love making chicken. But yeah, my food taste is really changing right now, so those are my two things that I'm like safe to make, and then I figure out what else I'm gonna make. Sometimes I make pho, I make ramen. I eat primarily like Asian and Indian food, and Mexican food, I would say. I ate a lot of Costa Rican food growing up, and I kind of burnt out with the Costa Rican food, TBH, but still good. I used to eat a lot of Italian food. I'm kind of burnt out with Italian food too. I'd love to discover Scandinavian food. I don't know exactly that means, but I want to definitely get into, because there's more to Scandinavian than Scandinavian, so I want to get into some food of my people, okay, let's see what else we got here. I'm doing this completely out of order. Dogs or cats? Both, definitely both. I want a dog really badly, but I want a dog when I have a backyard because I'm very lazy. And yes, the dog will go on walks. However, if I don't want to take my dog across the street in my apartment, like complex, to like piss at 2 a.m., I feel like that's not on me. So I'm not gonna get a dog. Like, yes, I could have dog pads, but why do that when I could have a backyard with a doggy door? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I will not be getting a dog until I can be dog responsible, 110% dog responsible. There are plenty of people with dogs in apartments. That's just not me. That is not me. That is not me. So, I want a Doberman. Eventually want a Husky. Huskies are very loud, so I have to be in a place in my life where I'm willing to give up my peace. But I want a Doberman. Eventually, I know Dobermans are work dogs. Gonna be a lot of work. Australian Shepherds, their energy levels off the walls. They will have to be going on constant runs and walks. So when my lifestyle fits a little bit better, I'll get work dogs. All dogs are work dogs, but you know, they're heavy work dogs and they're like light work dogs, and you have to be ready. You have to be ready. If you're gonna have a work dog, you gotta have a work dog. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work. So, German Shepherd, Doberman Pinscher, is that what they're called? Doberman. I feel like I'm overthinking this. Doberman, and Australian Shepherds. Those are my favorite dog breeds. Yeah. I have another one, but I don't remember. It's okay. Anyways, those are my favorites. But you have to be ready. You have to be ready. And at this current moment in time, I am not ready. So when I'm ready, you'll see me with a dog. But I really like both. But I have cats because they're simpler. They're a lot easier to take care of. They are self-sufficient. They pee in their own little box. They don't have to go outside. I take my cats outside sometimes. I don't like it. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, they're just a lot easier to manage. Okay. Tattoos, piercings. I do not have any tattoos. If I do get a tattoo, it will definitely be on my ankle. I change my mind too often. I know lots of people say that and then they go get tattoos. That is not me. I'm an actor. If I do get any tattoos beyond one on my ankle, they will be very easily hidden, maybe on like a rib or something like that, something very obscure, that I can easily cover up for, you know, the sake of role or whatever. But I truly am the most indecisive person you'll ever meet. You can take a look at my channel and you'll see that I don't look the same in any two videos. There's a reason for that. So, tattoos are kind of a no for me. But, you know, if I did do one, it would probably be hopefully meaningful, or at least something that I will enjoy having on my body for a while. But piercings, I have 12. I have 12 piercings. I have this big guy right here. I have 1, 2, 3, have 6 on this ear, and I'm closing one but replacing it, so I still count her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 13? Wait, no. That's 12. Like I said, okay. I have 12 piercings, and I'd like to end at 15. Originally I was going to end at 10, and we saw how that went. So I would like to end at 15. I have a few more that I want to get on my ears, and then I'm done. I got addicted to piercings though, so I'm trying to give myself a good while before I get another one. What got me into ASMR? You already typed that question, bro. Okay. OnlyFans. I don't actually know if I can say that on YouTube. No. Nope. All the work that I create is SFW. SF. Or is it F? Oh shoot. I always get this one confused. I always do this and then I feel like I'm wrong. W. Everything I create is SFW, and that will not be changing. Yeah, I have a career outside of this, and that is also just not my cup of tea. But no judging if that's your cup of tea. It's just not mine. So no pressure on me on that one. That one's a pretty weird thing to be invasive about. What does your real hair look? Okay, you already read that one. Religious. Am I religious? The answer, we may never know. No, so I grew up, it's gonna be a long story. Okay, so I grew up Christian on one side, and Christian to Messianic Jewish on the other side. I think my dad went through like an Orthodox phase, and then finally settled on Messianic Judaism, which is where he stayed, and then he became like a rabbi. His church calls him a rabbi. I don't know the story behind that. Okay, so you bear with me. But he became a minister. But rabbi really just means teacher, and his congregation referred to him as rabbi. So we'll leave it there. But he did become ordained, and then my mother is Christian, very Christian. So that made me, and I am not an atheist, but I would not say that I'm religious. I study Judaism. I like to study Kabbalah. I like to study the ancient, texts, and I'm really into Jewish mysticism, like the stories outside of the Torah and stuff that is like not really regarded as like canon, I suppose you could say. And I'm really into like stories based off of the Bible, but not so much the Bible itself. Just not really my cup of tea. But I am a sucker for a religious debate. I will debate a Christian or Messianic Jewish person any day. I am very well researched, I'm very well studied, and I know a lot. But I do not practice. I also study Hellenistic paganism. For a while, I was studying the origins of Scientology, Satanism. I would like to go into Zoroastrianism, Buddhism, and I study religions, but I don't actively practice a religion. The closest thing, I suppose you could say I am to practicing anything would just be like self-guided Wicca, I guess. But I really just... I take herbs. I enjoy herbs. I enjoy herbalism in both the medical and spiritual sense. I dabble in crystals. Who doesn't? And I like to research a lot of different religions, but I don't follow anything in particular. I do talk to the God of Abraham just for the sake of it, as if somebody, is anybody out there sort of thing. But I don't believe in or practice a specific thing. But if you are very curious about it, ask me about it. You're welcome to ask me questions about my practice, about any sort of faith that I had previous to the person I am today. I like to have religious debates. Even though I'm on no true side, I like to help people get out of the echo chamber that they're in, because I think a lot of people get kind of boxed into, and even if you do celebrate and follow one specific religion, people do get kind of boxed into that religion and refuse to see other people's sides. Not that you should incorporate them into your practice at all, but a refusal to see other sides of things and other people's beliefs and respect them and at least see where they're coming from is really strange and not the way to live. So I like to debate with people for the purpose of helping them hear something different than what they hear in their echo chamber. But yeah, I just really enjoy a good debate. But very respectful to all religions. I do read the Bible from time to time, and I read all sorts of things. I go to different churches of different religions. I like it. I think it's really fascinating. I actually grew up not eating pork or shellfish because there were roots in Seventh-day Adventism and Judaism when I was growing up. So both my parents, for separate reasons, did not eat pork or shellfish, and I still don't eat pork or shellfish. It's not religious, so if I do come across a mixed meat of some sort, I don't always say no, but for the most part, I'm decently strict about eating relatively kosher. But it's not for religious reasons, which, you know, is, I don't know if it is appropriate to call it kosher, but I eat a kosher spin-off diet, I suppose you could say. That was a very long tangent, but why Eden's Garden? Eden's Garden, the Garden of Eden, to me, I grew up, I was taught in, I was actually, even though I was raised those two religions, I went to a school that practiced another sect of Christianity, that believes in the Garden of Eden being a place where you choose good and evil for yourself. And I always resonated with the idea of Eden, and Eden 2.0 being the secondary, you know, the heaven that we will go to if we do inherit it, in the Abrahamic religions, where the first Eden was obviously a place where a mistake was made, you know, a mistake of choosing knowledge over peace, essentially. And I think that closely relates to the way I choose to live my life. I have chosen knowledge over peace, and I have chosen, you know, a sort of harder path, I suppose some people would call it, of living my life the way I believe that my life is meant to be lived, which is in my own hands with my own free will, as opposed to just following blindly. And though following blindly might make me feel happy, knowledge makes me feel power. And if it's not my place to feel power, so be it. If that causes me pain, so be it. If I come to the light, metaphorically, later on in life, so be it. But who I am today is a choice that I made. And I left behind everything that I knew and loved to pursue knowledge. And if that's just a part of my journey, if that's just a stepping stone in the future, then so be it. And if this is who I'm meant to be, then this is who I'm meant to be. Yeah, Eden was a big part of exploration, gender exploration, of religious exploration, and of leaving my comforts of being a young person. So Eden is almost an alter ego of mine, but also a message that I remind myself of every day. Is that my real name? No, but it is a part of my real name. I have a name with multiple parts to it. Okay, that was long. Alrighty. Okay, high school. What about high school? I did well. I think I talked about that. I did exceptionally well in high school. My strengths were English language. I had a very high reading level when I was younger. High reading level now. I pursued psychology as my AP class that I devoted most of my attention to in high school, and I did theater tech. I did 2 different internships. I was a tutor. I was a stage manager. I was a tutor. I did APR. I did a lot of things. I did too many things, but not enough. I was also a varsity athlete. So, I did a lot in high school. And I look back on my work ethic, not my memories of friends or anything like that, but I look back on my work ethic with a great fondness. I think that I definitely proved that I could accomplish a lot to myself and to those around me, and I don't regret the amount that I did. I almost wish I did more. for me. It was weird. I didn't know who I was yet. I still don't. But I think that high school was definitely not my best years. Oh, that says homeschool. Oh no, it does say high school. It says homeschool above it. Okay, there we go. I was homeschooled actually from 3rd to 8th grade. Fun little lore drop there. I was homeschooled for 5 years, which contributes to probably my awkward social skills, but I'm also neurodivergent, so I feel like those things fed into each other. Not that neurodiversity can be affected by it. It was already there, and now it's worse. Anyways, my MBTI. I'm an ENTJ. It depends on the day. I'm an ENTJ I'm an E/INTJ, so I'm 49% of either, depending on the day I take the test. I know some people say MBTI doesn't really mean anything, and perhaps that's true. But consider I don't care. consider I like it. So yeah, I'm an E/INTJ. Earth is also an INTJ, which makes us twins. I'm the architect. Or the debater, I think is the other one. The debater, which I'm quite the debater, so it depends on the day. Depends on the day. My Enneagram is 5, and what's another test? My Enneagram is 5, my MBTI is E. Oh, and I don't know if you guys know about temperaments, but I really like the temperament tests. I'm choleric, number 1, choleric, so that's like your military general. Short temper, typically extroversion, and corresponds with fire signs. I'm actually very choleric, which you would probably not guess. But yeah, I'm very choleric, secondary sanguine. Surprisingly, I would not consider myself a sanguine person, but and then after that, my tertiary temperament is very low, but it is melancholic, and then I'm phlegmatic last. Phlegmatic being the kind of lazy but nervous, stereotypically type of person who's always second guessing and checking. Melancholic being the more kind of damper temperament. That is more on the easygoing, calm, and sadder side, and the sanguine being the outgoing, bubbly, sort of uplifted side. These do not correspond with your zodiac, but they do correspond with an element. The element for choleric would be fire. The element for choleric would be air, kind of breezy. The element for phlegmatic being, I believe, earth, and for melancholic being water. Correct me if you know anything about temperaments, but I'm really into temperaments, and my big 5, I won't share with you my whole big 5, and this is for psychology majors. My disagreeableness is 90%. So a conversation with me is a delight. Okay, my languages. I speak English primarily. The first language that I learned was Spanish, but I've lost a lot of my Spanish because when I went to elementary school, as a young thing, I wanted to be American with the rest of the kids. I used to only speak Spanish at home, and now we barely speak Spanish at all. It's terrible. But I know enough to get around. But it's ugly. I have a few videos in Spanish if you are curious. But I don't really make videos in Spanish as much anymore. I'm tired of being corrected. But no, I do know a really good amount of Spanish. It's just not what I want. I like to be perfect. Do I know that I have a gap in my teeth? I do. Yeah, people like to remind me. They're like, oh my god, you have a gap in your teeth. Oh my god, I own mirrors in my house. Yeah, I do know. And it's a cosmetic choice that I have made for myself. I never saw a problem with it until people started pointing it out. And if I never saw a problem with it and I never disliked it, why the hell would I get rid of it? You know, I like it. I like it, I think it's cute. 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 And if you don't like it, then you can leave. Perfectly fine with me. But I really like the gap in my teeth. And I wanted to get it fixed. I went on like an absolute, like, just hell-bent period of my life where I was like, I'm getting it fixed. And I was made to feel pretty bad for it from family and friends. Not growing up in my teens, which is like a weird late time to tell me that you don't like my face. But I like my face, so I will be keeping it. And if that decision changes, that decision changes. But for now, I'm good with my face. I like my face where it's at. What's my aesthetic? People ask me what's my aesthetic. I don't know. You tell me. I don't have a particular aesthetic. As you guys know, I'm goth. I enjoy goth music. Goth is a music-based subculture. Tell me one more time that Slipknot is not goth, because I wore a Slipknot shirt and I will have some words. I'm aware. I know. I'm not stupid, I promise. I don't have a particular aesthetic. I dress for a lot of different aesthetics. And I also don't believe that you need to have an aesthetic. You can like a lot of different stuff. I don't have enough permanence in my brain to choose. So I suppose I like dollette the best. I like a lot of bloomers and satins, and I like, you know, nice frills and things like that. To be honest, if I dressed the way I wanted every day, I would probably dress a very modest version of dollette, because I personally don't really like exposing skin, literally just because I don't like the way it feels. I don't like the wind touching my body. It feels very uncomfortable. If I had it my way, I would be covered from the wrists to the ankles and probably up till about mid-neck 100% of the time, and baggy like Billie Eilish. But most clothing in those styles are not terribly flattering. But I'm slowly building a more modest wardrobe because I'm tired of wearing hoodies and long sleeves and sweatpants every day, and it's 100 degrees because I'm on the West Coast and it's killing me. So eventually that'll be more comfortable, hopefully. I'm even sweating in my long sleeve because my air conditioner's not on because it's too loud. Sigh. Anyways. Yeah, I like anything that's comfortable and anything that's covering me from the human gaze. My favorite ASMR artists. My favorite ASMR, that changes from moment to moment. I'm gonna give you a whole list. I like Tiptoe Tingles. I love Josie B ASMR. Josie B ASMR is a big inspiration of mine. I love Etta Fox. I love GB. All the people that I've collaborated with. I love any goth ASMR artist. I guarantee you I watched them before. Who else do I really like in the ASMR sphere? I'm blanking. I'm thinking of Whispering Willow. I was literally trying to think of her name this whole time. It was torturing me. I haven't really been listening to a ton of ASMR as of late because I've been very busy and going to bed. I've been just like yapping myself to sleep, talking to people or doing work. So I haven't really listened to ASMR. But I like no talking ASMR mostly now. Koromo Sarah ASMR Bakery. I love faceless ASMR. There's nothing like not being watched before you go to bed. So, faceless ASMR for the win. Cat purring, and cats eating. Cats purring and cats eating. Cats purring and cats eating. Cats purring, and cats eating has been a big favorite of mine. What does my voice sound like? Take a little step back. Sorry, I don't want you to get alarmed, so I will still talk pretty low. My voice is a very low register, I guess. It's higher than I'd like it to be, but it's on the lower end. Yeah, this is my voice. If you want to hear my voice in commercial mode, which I can go very high for, you can go ahead and check out those PetSmart commercials. If you want to hear my commercial, customer service-y type of tone. I also have plenty of streams where I am talking in my regular voice that you can access. So definitely check those out. I don't soft speak / whisper all the time, so you'll be able to find Twitch clips probably and YouTube live stream archives of me talking normally, and also you can check out my other channel where I talk normally. Okay. My favorite triggers. I really like layered sounds. I really like layered sounds. My favorite until the end. I love layered sounds. I love some good layered sounds. So yeah, layered sounds are my favorite. I'm asked that a lot. I also really like tapping. I was supposed to be tapping this entire time, but I got very distracted. I have a hard time multitasking. But tapping and gripping, and layered sounds. My least favorite triggers. I hate spit painting. I hate spit painting with a passion. I think you guys know this. I hate spit painting. I don't do it often. What else do I not like? I don't like talking with your full voice if you're not at least somewhat hushed. I don't want it. I don't like full volume ASMR. It freaks me out. Full voice ASMR. I don't like the glass hitting together. I'll spare you. I don't like glass tapping very much. There's like occasional exceptions, but I don't like glass hitting together. It's a horrible sound. Yeah, those are the main ones I can think of at the moment. But I like most ASMR. Doesn't mean that I'll watch it just because I like it, but I can see the appeal with most ASMR. Like for instance, I do sing ASMR, but I don't listen to it myself. It's just not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. I can't fall asleep to someone else singing because I'm thinking about making music. A lot of why I can't listen to ASMR to fall asleep a lot of times now, and it has to be very specific, like cats purring, cats eating, or faceless, is because I'm thinking about work as I'm doing it. I'm like, oh, that would be a nice trigger to incorporate, or, you know, oh, this person's doing this person's doing that, and ASMR is no longer relaxing like it used to be, unless it's very, like, something I wouldn't do, like soap cutting, or something that doesn't showcase your face or anything like that. I have a hard time listening to ASMR because I'm thinking about work. Just like I have a hard time watching cartoons without thinking about voice acting and how I can get more animation jobs, because I don't do animation and I want to get into animation. So I have a hard time watching cartoons without getting just a little bit spiteful, or you know, playing a video game and thinking, oh, I could have done the voice for this, or watching a movie and being like, if I acted in this, it would have been so much better, you know? And we can't help but think that if it's your field, you're gonna, of course, be thinking about what you could have done in that person's place. Not that that person did anything wrong or was any worse than you, and they could even be better than you. But that thought of self-preservation, of, you know, what would it have been like if it was me, is, you know, it keeps you up at night. And unfortunately, I did ruin one of the things that cured my insomnia, and I now have worse insomnia than I did before, so that's nice. But, you know, it is what it is. 3DO, will I be bringing it back? Yeah, people ask about that a lot. My 3DO videos don't get many views. You guys don't generally enjoy them, but I can make a few more. It's just, it doesn't seem like something you guys really want to see, and I get lots of requests for it, and I'm like, I feel like people like to request videos and then not, you know, show up and follow through on them. Which is totally fine. I don't mind making videos that only a few people will appreciate, because at the end of the day, I want to make videos that you guys and I enjoy. But if no one seems to be enjoying them, then it is hard to keep making them in good conscience. You know, why am I making videos you guys don't want to see? So yeah, I don't use it often. There are plenty of 3DO videos on YouTube, but if you guys would like me to continue, I can continue. What's my editing process like? It depends. A video like this is going to be a longer editing process to put together, but shorter, because I'm not doing layered sounds or anything that takes a lot of effort. But like a collab video where I'm like splicing all things together is a lot. My compilation videos take me a while because I'm literally searching through the databanks of every single video I've ever made and cutting down the parts with talking and only getting the triggers. It's a lot of work. So there's a lot of work that goes into my editing. Eventually I'd love to get an editor, but I am not at that place at the moment. So I do get a lot of emails where people would like to be editors of mine. I appreciate it, but I'm not in that place right now. I don't make much on YouTube, enough to justify hiring an entirely separate team when I could just do it myself, and I work freelance. So yeah, not looking for an editor now, but you know, maybe in the future if YouTube does well for me, and I can afford to hire someone and provide a job, I would love to. Dream collaboration. Like dream or like dream? Like my like unrealistic dreams. GB, Etta Fox, Josie B, any day. I'm trying to think. I don't know, I've worked with a lot of amazing people in the ASMR community. I would love to work with everyone, to be honest. I like, as you know, I like to organize big collabs. I like to work with a very wide range of people. So I would like to work with everyone I've already worked with and everyone else. I like to work with everyone in the community. If you've seen the big Christmas collab, I have worked with a lot of different ASMR artists, and I would like to work with even more. And I have a big collaboration that I'm going to be posting very close to the time this video comes out with a lot more people. So I guess I've already executed a lot of my dream collabs, but I just want to keep making more. Why loud videos? Oh, why are my videos louder than most of the videos on YouTube? I don't like that a lot of ASMR videos are quiet. Obviously they're quiet because people are whispering, but then turn up your volume so that it matches the volume of like a normal video, in my opinion. But I do it for a few different reasons. The ads are loud, so I want my videos to be loud as well, so that way you're not, you know, having to turn up my video and then you get a post-roll ad and, you know, it's like blasting in your ears. I think that's unfair and very strange, so I turn my videos up for that reason. I turn my videos up because it gets your attention. I turn my videos up because I think it's tinglier that way. I turn my videos up in case you're on the phone or you are multitasking on your phone and the volume of the video is lower. I turn my videos up in case you have broken headphones. I turn my videos up in case you don't listen to ASMR with headphones like myself. I have a lot of reasons, but those are just a few of them. But yeah, my videos are always a little bit louder than probably most people's. But I do notice that a lot of the ASMR community, they're turning their videos up too. I don't really know why. I don't think I started a trend. I don't think that would even make any sense to say, but I know that they're starting to get louder, so I don't know what that's about. But if I inspired even one person, we're winning. Okay, I think that is most of my questions that I wrote down, but I'll go through some like kind of mental questions that I have in my brain, I guess. That's pretty redundant, but for Anime Expo, who am I gonna cosplay, or who's my favorite to cosplay? My favorite to cosplay is Rosalina. I'm still working on that cosplay to make it make sense, but I feel like we're getting close. We're getting in the home stretch. I'm gonna cosplay a version of Hatsune Miku. I'm gonna cosplay Daisy, and I'm gonna cosplay Marceline, the Vampire Queen. Very fun stuff. I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. And then I have a lot of other cons coming up this year. I'm actually going to a lot of cons this year that I was not previously planning on, so you might see me. It's possible you'll see me in your city. It's very possible. It's very possible. But yeah. Lots of cons this year that I will announce closer to the dates and when I am certain about what is going on. But I have a lot of different cosplays, including Venus McFlytrap, which is going to be a big, hefty costume to work on. But I am very excited to get started on all of that work. My favorite, oh yeah, I already answered that question. Do I have anything else on here that I didn't answer? I feel like it's kind of crazy that I got through them faster than I think I intended. Let's see here. Is there anything else that would make sense to answer? Okay, I found some questions on my phone that I thought were posting because I don't feel done. I think I didn't touch on what sport I played, but I played lacrosse for 5 years. I'm quite good at it and I really like it. I'm very fast and very strong. Yeah, played lacrosse, and I'm looking to go back into lacrosse. The last song I listened to was Destroyer of Worlds from Oppenheimer. My obsession is probably Rosalina still right now, and stars in general. Are you currently happy? I am in a place where I should be more content than I ever have been. And there's still work to be done. Yeah, I think that's all I will say. What do I want to be? What do I want to do with my life as far as like career goes? I'm already doing it. I am living my dream. I would like to go back to on-screen acting and do animation, but as far as the actual career, I'm doing it. I'm an actor. I used to want to become a veterinarian, and I wanted to become a mortician, and then more specifically a coroner. And I thought that would all be fine and dandy and really fun, but I eventually realized that medical school was not going to be worth the financial burden that it would put on me when I already have a pre-existing career. Why would I throw that away? Doesn't really make much sense. Yeah, student loans for medical school are a lot, and it didn't really seem like it made much sense for the life that I had already had set up for me. In another world, I would probably be a criminal psychologist or a coroner. I'm really into death, dying, and the morbid and the strange, but I think being an actor fits my lifestyle a little bit better. I wanted to go into the military, actually. And join SWAT and go into hostage rescue and go to the FBI, and I had like a whole plan laid out. I wanted to go to West Point, play lacrosse for the military academy, become an officer. I had like a whole thing laid out. That did not happen, obviously, and I'm satisfied with my career, but I would like to do more than just be an actor, obviously, and I would like to learn a lot of things and be able to help people make decisions for themselves, not based off of what they think would be easier for their brain, or take a route. I would not say I'm taking the easy route. I'm taking a path that makes sense for the life that was set up for me before I had control over it. But if things were different, I probably would have still ended up entertaining, but it wouldn't have been my first choice. I would have maybe gone to medical school and then discovered entertainment. I think that I was born to entertain. I was built to entertain. I enjoy entertaining. I don't think I could be fulfilled without it. But I also know that there is another part of me that wants to do more than be a little jester, and be a little cute little clown in front of the circus. But I do enjoy it, and I do think that that is ultimately what I will do and what I'm supposed to do. But there's more that I was supposed to do before getting to the point of resignation that led me to be a jester. Does that make sense? I'm saying a lot. Do I believe in past lives? I do. I do. I like to theorize that I might have been a criminal in my past life because I have a birthmark. Sorry, oat milk's making way too much noise right now. I have a birthmark. It's a spade on my neck. It's a white spade, which is super interesting. I like to theorize that it was from lethal injection. Lethal injection. I like to theorize that it was from lethal injection. And that I might have been a criminal in my past life, but I believe this might be my third life, that I might have been some sort of crooked king or something in one of my past lives, and then, maybe something, and then a criminal in my, my most recent life. I don't know. I've thought about this too much, who knows? I definitely think this is my first life as a woman, because this is a weird adjustment. But yeah, I have lots of theories. I have lots of theories about past lives and things like that. Some people say your birthmark is how you died, or you know, an old soul just means you've been around a lot. I don't know. I do definitely have an old soul, and I definitely don't think that this is my first time around we say time around the sun. I don't know what we orbit around, to be honest. Yeah, we orbit around the sun. Dumbass. Anyways. What's someplace I'd like to go? I have not been to Greece. I'd like to go to Greece. I want to go back to Italy, because Italy is like my home away from home. I love Italy. I don't know that home away from home is an appropriate thing to say in this case, but I really love Italy, and I think that I felt very at home there. I also really liked the UK, but I wouldn't move there. I'd probably move to Italy. I definitely want to visit Japan, and I want to visit South Korea, and I also want to visit Vietnam, because my partner's family is from Vietnam, and I do want to visit China at some point in time. Languages I would learn. I learned Hebrew in synagogue when I was younger, but I didn't learn enough of it, so I'd like to completely be able to get around in Hebrew. I would like to master Spanish better. I just am really bad at grammar. I'm really shy because my grammar is terrible. I would like to learn Italian because it's very similar to Spanish. I would like to learn Latin. It's a dead language, but phenomenal for writing things in. And I would like to learn Korean and Japanese. I taught myself the entire hiragana one summer. I can still write kind of in hiragana and read things in hiragana, but it's not great. I used to be I was really climbing. I was going places. I'm also in the midst of learning ASL, but it's a rough journey. I have, what is it called? I have verbal shutdowns often that cause me to be unable to and very uncomfortable with speaking. So I speak in sign language. Sometimes they're my own made-up signs if I can't figure out how to piece together ASL to make a broken sentence, or I will use the ASL that I have learned and taught the people around me, or I will send a text, or I will carry around a notepad, but somehow the overstimulation really only applies to me talking. Sometimes. Couldn't tell you why, but yeah, I'll have verbal shutdowns for anywhere between 15 minutes to 2 hours, and everyone has to communicate with me non-verbally. You can speak to me, I will answer non-verbally, but yeah, it causes me great distress to communicate verbally in the midst of a verbal shutdown. No matter. Do I like to dance? I cannot dance. I have 2 very left feet. I actually have the type of dyslexia. I always forget this one. Dyscalculia? I don't know. I can't tell left from right, which completely has interfered with my ability to dance or do anything requiring rhythm. We always joke on stream that I have to get left-right tattoos, but I think that would still confuse me somehow, unfortunately. So, yeah, I don't know left from right. It's a very big problem when I'm driving or doing any basic task. Okay, I think this is most likely... Oh, I used to be a sculptor. That's just a fun fact. Yeah, I would show you some of my sculptures, but that's a lot of work. You know what? Maybe I'll put a sculpture up. I'll put one sculpture up, the one I'm proudest of. This one's gorgeous. I love this one. And if you don't think it's gorgeous, you can go to... I'm kidding. Then that's your opinion, but it's a great sculpture. It really is. A phrase I say a lot right now is hell is hot. It's just a metaphor for, let's say for instance someone's joking, let's go to a JoJo Siwa concert, hell is hot, that's not really the context I would use it in, but it's basically just a way to say go to hell, or you're going to hell. Hell is hot, it's approaching, it's waiting for you, which is funny and ironic considering if you watched the earlier parts of the video. But anyways, that's something I say a lot right now. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all. That is all. What's my favorite social media app? Maybe YouTube. Definitely YouTube. I don't like to spend much time on the others. I don't like short form content. That's actually one of my biggest personality traits. I hate AI and I hate short form content. So the more you know about me. I hope that this has been enlightening, and
Let me know if you think I'm a 60-year-old and 19-year-old's body. I hope that you've learned some new things about me. Some new things about me. And let me know if you were surprised about anything, or if you have any more questions for my next Q&A. I will do another one about a year from now when I'm a completely different person. Yep. Ask me questions in the comments. If you want to know. And if you want to follow along with this Q&A, you can answer all the questions yourself. I know some people do that with the question videos that I do, which I think is really fun. If you like more videos like this one, definitely check out my asking you personal questions. I ask you about 100 questions, and you can answer them in the comments or answer them in your brain. I think those are really relaxing and really fun. And if you didn't like this video, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why you stayed to the end. If you did watch the whole video, you're a saint, and I'm in love with you, and we should make out. Comment a gold star and a light blue heart for my light blue shirt. I'm sure I've done that one before, but it doesn't hurt to do it again. I will see you in the next video. My next video, I actually don't know what I'm doing for my next video, and that is my air conditioning, which is extremely loud, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video. Yeah, okay, good night, buenas noches, mis arbolitos, chiquitos, arbolititos, mis arbolititos, mis arbolitos chiquitos, buenas noches. And if you're one of those people that think arbolitos is not the true word for saplings, is the word, shh, good night, baby tree, good night, besitos.